to the next episode of The Alternate World if Asia rose instead of Europe. Basically, the main focus of the series is Asia, and basically the Zenny's empire can't really expand anywhere else, but they have discovered a new continent. They have discovered Papua New Guinea and colonized a bit of the coastal areas to basically have a trade route going back towards it. They do colonize a little bit of Papua New Guinea. They don't actually call Papua New Guinea in this universe. They're called it by a Chinese local name here, since the Chinese discovered it first. They also colonize a lot of the coastal area here. So basically, to keep the trade route going back here, they also colonize the northern port. They also colonize Sulawesi. See here, which is this island here. And they also colonize these islands on the way. Colonizing all of these islands. They don't colonize any parts of the Philippines because Caesar is there. But they do colonize, basically creating a massive trade route towards Papua New Guinea. But then they discovered there was this massive landmass below Papua New Guinea. This causes them, the Zenny's empire, to start to colonize it. Kind of like how Britain didn't really have any civilization, Australia doesn't have any civilizations. So the Zenny's empire starts to colonize it. They only colonize here because, again, it's a very long trek. The initial colony is only around 20,000 people. But as basically they don't want, and there's tons of Chinese-esque, Zenny's settlement here. With the local people do not really like the Zenny's settlements. As basically the Zenny's are a minority in most of these areas, even in Australia here. The Zenny's only make up like 11% of this colony. Mostly is native Aboriginal Australians at this current moment because only 20,000 people live in the Australian colony. There's only around 100,000 Zenny, only around 33,000 Zenny's in this area here. However, these islands are already a Zenny's majority, so that means these areas are already a majority Zenny's. And the same thing could be said about this northern Borneo colony, is around 49% Zenny's. The native people only make up around 51%. So it's kind of similar to the New World and the Native Americans. The peoples of this area here are going to kind of sadly be like the Native Americans in this timeline. The Zenny's empire also annexes this island here in this area here, so they can have further control over this little area here. And basically, this is a massive trade route from Australia to Papua New Guinea, these islands, Borneo, and all the way back to the Zenny's empire. However, the king's son the king of the Zenny's empire, Zhao the Fourth, he has 3 sons. The oldest will be basically the one to inherit the throne. The middle son, he's basically gonna be like a royal servant, but the third and the youngest son, he has ambitions to create an empire. So basically, the king of the Zenny's empire offers him to create an empire in Australia. So basically, this part of Australia here, he basically now owns all of this land here. Him and around 10,000 people, men and women, colonized this area, becoming the first official country in Australia. Zhao is the official name as he names the country after himself. So basically a new Chinese state is formed here. And also Zavi is the, rebel kid of the former king here. And his son wants to expand Zavi. They expand here, basically creating a small country here. They expand into the kind, this area isn't very populated as it's very cold. But Zavi vows to get revenge on the Zenny's empire eventually. And now we even found out that the empire, that they gave the newest son an empire. That causes Zavi to meet up to send people on a trek eastward. westward and eastward, both sides. People on the trek here get lost because of the Himalayas and stuff, but the eastward, they meet the Japanese islands. These countries were attacked by the Zenith Empire, but of course, at the very beginning, the Zenith Empire had a very poor navy, and they didn't know how to navally invade correctly. Yeah. Zari tells Suni about the impending threat of the Zenith Empire. They create an alliance with each other, kind of like how Dorsa and Continental are really great friends and allies. This is why they will never fight a war with each other, because Dorsa and Continental, the leaders, are very good friends with each other. They will never fight each other, which is why we haven't seen any more wars in India. Yeah. Tomorrow has no allies, but Savi reaches out to these countries up down here, but basically they don't understand. These countries basically create a peace treaty to basically keep the Zenith Empire from taking them over. So Savi reaches out to the Indians for help, and they said they have no quarrel with the Zenith Empire. So they're like, really? They're on their own. Yeah, the Zenith Empire takes wind of this and basically sends troops to kill the king of Savi, and put him under arrest. Basically, the country is basically eradicated and destroyed, and all the people here that had a choice to either stay there and become nomadic and die, or go back to the Zenith Empire. Most of the people agree, and Savi is destroyed. That the so-called rebellion country didn't really work out for him. So Zhao, the creator of the Australian Chinese dynasty, starts to expand this way. Right here. The population of Australia starts to explode, which is why the Zhao wants to expand his empire so much. Again, Zhao is the family name. Okay, it used to be Zin, but the last leader of Zin died, so Zhao took over. The last name was changed to Zhao because the last Zin dynasty, the last dynasty, they only had female heirs, so they had to marry into another noble family, which was the Zhao, who basically, they have their family name now. So, Pentanovan finally does some expansion here. They expanded to kind of the more desert here, but they don't really go too far, as most of this land is very useless as well. But they do take over this area here, creating actually a pretty big city here. They also meet up with Gantana and have a small border with each other. The Gantana and Pentanovan agreed to create this border with each other here. And basically both countries now share a border with each other as well. And everything is hunky-dory, as both countries never ever had anything against each other, at least as of now. But Pentanovan is one of the oldest civilizations in all of existence. Meanwhile, tomorrow, they want to get revenge against Kanta. They want to defeat Kanta and take him over. This has been basically their entire goal. Unfortunately, Suma and Poppy got in the way, but they want to basically have control over the entire Middle East, and eventually defeat Aston and Travesta as well. Tamara puts more troops on the border with Kanta here, preparing for yet a second invasion. The second war for Kanta begins, and there was even a mock invasion. Kanta puts all the troops on this border, leaving the capital undefended. Tamara, however, uses the navy they've been building up to invade the capital city of Kanta. This was a massive risk and a massive but however, it wasn't a massive mistake for Tamara, but for Kanta it was. Because they basically now control all the population here. They do have some population down here and here, but they basically took over all the most populated area. Monama also declares war and takes back the land that basically they have been genocided from. So basically, they go up to here and take back all of the land that was stolen from them. The Monaman people do not like Kanta at all and seek for their independence. This causes Kanta to basically be defeated and surrender relatively quickly. Here, the entire country here, several of these states down here break away. Here, so this state down here breaks away, and this state, little country down here, breaks away as well. Here, causing the collapse of Kanta as a civilization. Kind of like Egypt in this time, Kanta does not really survive all too long. The original province name has kind of moved over here, so this province has been renamed by Kanta to Salfid. Here, a more Arabic sounding name, and the capital will be right here. This country's capital will be right around here. We're actually going to make this a orange color to differentiate from it here. And this will be Nibba. This was another province that had been wanting to gain the independence for a long time. So yeah, this country used to be called Travessa, but they have basically moved to here, calling it Travesta. Here. So they can't, I don't want to have two countries using the name as well. Also, this local area, which is basically also gained its independence as well. Here. This is Elis. They have gained their independence. And all of the very populated areas will go to Tamara, expanding their empire, and finally defeating Kanta for good. Okay. This means Kanta is eliminated as of now, giving 3 new countries their independence. Tamara will not invade these countries, as they worked that the people of these countries secretly helped Tamara, which means Tamara gets the first batch of allies as well. Here, with these new allies, they re-invade Sumer back into the territory, defeating Sumer for yet a second time as well. Here, Tamara, also feeling confident, they invade Popi, and finally, they are the new heirs of the Popi, Travessa Empire. Here, of the original empire, which was massive here, or the Astonese Empire. But this is now the new empire of the Middle East. Tamara is now the new massive empire here. And they have basically control all of the important areas of the Middle East. So, yeah. So basically, I'm still repeating myself. I was trying not to do that anymore. Sorry. As well, I noticed that in one of my videos, I tend to repeat myself a lot. But basically, the Popin original Travesta Empire. Oh, I'm doing it again. Come on. Okay, we're done. Yeah. But yeah, Travesta and Traversa, they were 2 separate nations for actually a long time, but they changed the province's name was changed to Safid, which I think I just changed it because I don't want the 2 countries to have basically the same exact name, because Travesta and Traversa are 2 separate countries, okay? And yeah. Next is the Eastern India War. So Ajax, the colony of Nerva, invades Ajax here from the south here. And yeah, Ajax is being invaded by Alex from help from an outside force. But however, Astan and Boxo invade Alex alongside Dosa. Dosa's been wanting to have a coastline for a long time, but with the help of the Continental, Dosa finally has a coastline. Alex is defeated, and the country is defeated. Ajax also gets some land out of this here, and they basically conquer the entire area. Yeah. Oh, I did it again. But yeah, those are takes over Ajax. Lets Ajax take over the land as basically now India's mostly like a few countries. Travi's colony gains their independence here. They fight a bloody war for independence here, and basically they create a new country called Cinta. Cinta is a very new country, and they gain their independence as well. Cinta demands the island to be united, but Continental says no, which basically creates a north and south divide between the Continental-owned northern area and the southern Cinta area. Travi does lose the last colony as well, and Travi might actually lose the nation overall. As Cecil, the son's ruler who broke away, they start to invade Travi, splitting the nation into two. So Travi is basically being defeated, and Travi, which was the original country down here, is defeated. Gastonaka also takes over this northern area up here, and now Cecil, who basically was an anti-imperialist, the original leader of this country, is dead. That's the main reason why. The new leader, he wants to take back the former lands. He does want to raid Gastonaka, but he wants the military. He wants to make the civilians happy. So I just realized these countries are the same color. We will be changing the country of Swiss color to a darker blue to differentiate the two civilizations. There we go. Swift, however, starts to expand into Thailand, to more Thailand here, and even Malaysia now. So they are now expanding here. They also expand to down here, creating one of the few countries to really have a discontiguous landmass that isn't an empire. So Yami is the first one, because they just hopped over the sea. But this was even more of a big one, because they have to go very far. But the expansion goes all the way to even down here, and the Sumatran portion of the population also starts to move down here. And the population continues to move further down here. The Bangkok civilization, which still remains unnamed, still moves in towards Cambodia. And we actually did it this time. But this country here, we're gonna give it a name. Banu will be the name of the country. And that will be the name, Banu. And it will be, okay, we won't make it upside down. Okay. And basically they'll control all of this area here. That's the country's name. So and other than that, that has been basically this whole episode. Tamara has finally created, the Tamaran king has basically now finally gotten his real empire he wanted. He doesn't want to expand into Europe just yet. But he might actually expand into Southern Europe. None of these countries here are very strong, especially like the Trade States, Krika, and Asti. Or he might try his luck of Nerva and defeating Astan to become the final successor state to the original Travestan Empire. As well, because Astan became kind of a successor state, but they were kind of like a benevolent leader. Also, Tamara has allied itself with Pentanovan, because Pentanovan still wants this land back, that they have basically been taken from them. Because Pentanovan wants the land back from Travesta and Astan. They used to have like all of this land here. But these countries are also allied. But also they might make an alliance with Dosa and Continental. Basically eliminating even more countries from the world. So not many new countries were created. Only these three were created. As well, Monama also got some expansion here. and Sento gained its independence, and mostly it was expansion. Not many countries are destroyed today, including a very powerful country. But yeah, that's it about this video here. Goodbye.